Cities and towns boomed under the Mughals. However, for the most part, they were military and political centers, not manufacturing or commerce centers. So, the cities and towns, it plays an important role in order to uh, run the Mughal administration. Okay, and most of the part, that means the cities and towns, they were considered as a military and political center. That means in order to train the soldiers and to uh, do the politics in these cities and towns, rather than manufacturing or commerce trade. That means rather than doing business or producing items. Only those guilds which produce goods from the bureaucracy made goods in the towns. Most industries was based in rural areas. So the goods which are produced for the bureaucracy, that means here bureaucracy means officials, that means officers. Okay, so these goods which were made in the rural areas, they were made for the officers, okay, who lives in the town. And most industries was based in rural area. So the industries which were established during the Mughal period, they were established in the rural areas, that means in the village areas. The Mughals also built maktabs in every provinces under their authority, where youth were taught the Quran and Islamic laws such as the Fatwa-e-Alamgiri in their indigenous languages. So the Mughals, they also built a maktabs in every provinces and under the Mughal Empire. And in these maktabs, the youths, that means the young generation during that empire, they were taught Quran and Islamic law. That means they were taught how to read and write Quran, okay, and they were also taught Islamic laws such as Fatwa Ilamgiri in their indigenous language. That means in their uh, indigenous language means whether in Persian, Arabic, or in Urdu. The Bengal region was especially prosperous from the time of its takeover by the Mughals in 1590 to the seizure of control by the British East India Company in 1757. So, Bengal region plays an important role from the, or you can say, it plays an important role when Mughals have taken take over the whole area under its territory, that is in 1590. Okay, and it keeps on continuing playing an important role till the British East India Company captured the Bengal in 1757. So hence we can say that Bengal region was very important during the Mughal period as well as during the British rule. In a system where most wealth was hoarded by the elites, wages were low for mutual laborers. So there was a system where wealth was hoarded by elites. That means it was only earned by the higher section of the society, and the wages of the laborers were very low. Wages means salary. Slavery was limited largely to household servants. So during those times, slavery was also prevalent. That means persons were treated as a slave or a servant, and they have to uh, live life in the master's house where that person is sell, okay, and they have to do the household work. However, some religious cult proudly asserted a high status for manual labor. So slowly and gradually, labors were given importance during the Mughal period, okay, and slowly and gradually their development was also taking place. The nobility was a heterogeneous body, while it primarily consisted of Rajput aristocrats and foreigners from Muslim countries. People of all caste and nationalists could gain a title from the emperor. So the nobility plays an important role. In nobility means noble man, okay, they are the important officers which were appointed in the Mughal empire under the emperor, okay, and they plays an important role. Similarly, Rajput also, Rajput and the foreigners, that is the person who have come from the Muslim countries and they are under and now and they were working under the emperor, that means Mughal empire, so they also plays an important role, okay. And with the help of that, people of all the caste and nationalities, they have gained the certain title in the Mughal empire, that means whether they are Hindu, Muslim, doesn't matter, they were given equal responsibility, equal opportunities in the Mughal empire. And and once the emperor is happy with with a person work, they were given a title by the emperor. The middle class of openly affluent traders consisted of a few wealthy merchants living in the coastal towns. So the middle class people, okay, who basically deals in doing business, okay, they were doing business, okay, and with the help of this business, they were a they have become a wealthy merchants, okay, and they used to live in the coastal towns. The bulk of the merchants pretended to be poor to avoid taxation, so the many people, they used to show themselves that they are very poor so that they have to give less tax, because in the Mughal empire, if a person is rich, they have to pay tax to the empire. The bulk of the people were poor, so the most of the people in the Mughal empire, they were poor. The standard of living of the poor was as low as or somewhat higher than the standard living of the Indians poor under the British Raj. So the poor section of the society in the Mughal period, they were poor, but their condition was far much better than the poors which were present during the British rule in our India, okay. Whatever benefit the British brought with canals and modern industry were neutralized by rising population growth, high taxes, and the collapse of traditional industries in the 19th century. So, in the British rule, the British, why they have come in India? They have come in India so that they can extract the resources from our country and they can exploit the Indian people. Okay, so similarly, when the British rule, they have captured our India, okay, they though they have brought canals and modern industries in our India, okay, but due to high rate of taxes and the traditional industries which were collapsed, that means which were you can say close due to the British empire, so that's why the Indian people, they have faced a lot of problem, because the Britishers, they have brought their own way of industries, and due to which the traditional Indian industries, that means the handloom, that means the with the help of charkha making clothes, these were destroyed by the British India.